welcome back to my channel. Good morning, vlogsters. Hi, coffee. I decided to start my vlog early before my shower. I only have a few minutes before she's actually due to... Oh, no, I have an hour. Never mind. I was going to say, before she's due to be here, I felt like I was rushing. Good morning. So maybe we can slow down and have a drink. The reason I wanted to start it early was because now that I have a home health aide who comes every day from 10 to 1:15, I feel like that was my time that I would vlog for you guys. Like, that's what we would talk, you know. I'd finish hanging out with Jimmy, and then we would have this, like, opportunity to, like, you know, gain my thoughts and talk about what we talked about, or think about what, you know, I want to maybe, what's on my heart for that moment and what's on my heart for that day. Sorry, my iPad is like, reflection's not bothering anybody, I hope. So anyhow, it's just the last couple of days has been non-stop busy. I can't believe it. I don't mind at all. I mean, obviously Tuesday. So Tuesday she comes from 10 to 1:15, but because we were leaving early to go to the appointment, she came like just a few minutes early so we can drop her off and she'd still have 3 hours and 15 minutes because I know she's here to help me, but I don't want to actually like make her lose her time either. So we dropped her off. We had to be at the doctor's office. I'm sorry, this is like, feels like this is wrong. Because it was. Usually look at the wrong side of the camera. I had the thing flipped upside down. First, I would like to tell you something. Do you hear my fan? A little bit, right? Nothing like it used to be, right? I got new chain pulls because, or like an extension to the chain pulls because the other ones, I couldn't reach them anymore. I'm not, you know, like, because the king size bed is like in the middle. How do I even say this? When our bed was on that window, it was pushed over more so like I could reach the fan. I used to use my back scratcher, like claw thingy, to get the light because the light was always shorter, but the fan was always in the place where I could reach it because it's off to the side. Okay, now the couch is there. So even if the bed was moved over like it is, I still can't reach that without tools. But I was like, Jimmy, why don't we just get longer chains? Like silly, right? And I was looking on Amazon for like cheap chains, and I found the cutest, like $5. I think they were $4.99. The fan has a fan, and the light has a light bulb. And I think they're perfect because as my vision goes, that's another thing. The old fobs we had were just like a piece of metal that had a print. One had printed a fan, and one had printed a light bulb. And if one wasn't shorter, I wouldn't have known. You know, like if anybody comes here and has visual issues, they won't know which one's the light and which one's the fan because they can't really see, but now they can. And I hopefully will remember to take a picture because the whole point of the story is not even about them. When Jimmy put them on, I don't know if it's the weight of the chains or if he did something to the actual fan, but it squeaks so much less. And we've tried to adjust and balance that thing so it wouldn't squeak at all. And this is like the most amazing. I don't want to jinx it, but I just think it's like, hey, if your fan squeaks, maybe just try changing the balls. Can't even hear it. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. It has been an amazingly fantastic day. First I want to jump on and say that Jim opened a package and he said, I don't think this is something I ordered. So the Amazon account has both of our names on it, but you have to, I'm the default name, if that makes any sense. So if he doesn't change the name on something he orders, it just comes to us and we just share opening it. So he opened this and he's like, I don't think this is something I ordered. And he said, I think there's paper in here. So here's what the box looks like. And he's like, I don't think that's something I ordered. And I'm like, pretty sure it's not. Because High Key makes the keto cookies, so he recognizes the name. And let's see, it says, now I will tell you that this is from Susan Flowers, has reached out to me and said she wanted these. I think she was expecting they would be here the day of my procedure, so to like wish me good luck. So she said, hi Jeri-Ann, here are some cookies. I hope you can eat. I used this address before, so I figured it is still okay. Love you and Jimmy, from Susan Flowers. And of course, Susan, it's okay. If you're a previous friend mail user and you have the previous mailing address other than the P.O. box, you're always welcome to use it. So I just thought that was so cute. And look at the cute high key. Look at the cute high key box. So they're gluten-free and keto. Oh, they have like a website. It says keto-friendly, grain-free, gluten-free. And I just love high key. I have like some high key cookies down under my bed right now. Actually, I never had the double chocolate brownie ones, and then till Mary Ellen shared them with me. And Mary Ellen, thank you. And Mary Ellen's father just passed away, so if you all send Mary Ellen some love, if you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. She had sent me some of the chocolate brownie cookies, and they are amazing. Oh my lord! And they're kind of soft. Oh, it's a variety pack. Oh yay! So we've got snickerdoodles, chocolate chippers, yum yum, and the aforementioned double chocolate brownie cookies. Thank you, Susan. I just think this box is adorable, and I thought like this is going to be like my cookie safe. I'll put the cookies in here. Look, we'll advertise. Here, we'll advertise for High Key. Not sponsored. Thank you, Susan. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. I haven't tried the snickerdoodles since my mucositis, or the chocolate chippers either. I've only just tried the wafers. I know that the brownie cookies do crumble enough for my mouth. So I'm excited to try them now. Now, the snickerdoodles and chocolate chips from Aldi are a little too crispy for my mouth, for my mucositis affected mouth. If you guys are interested, I will tell you an update on that. So now I have behind the front teeth, it feels like a giant canker sore blister. It's the only way I could describe it. It doesn't hurt like a canker sore. It hurts when I hit it, rub it, cut it, like that kind of thing, but it doesn't hurt like a canker sore. Now, if I eat something that is on a rougher texture, then it does affect everything else I eat that like next hour or whatever, but that's improving. And sometimes, excuse me, I just burped. Sometimes I don't know what's going to cause it to be rough. And I know that sounds silly, but like perfect example was Tuesday we had Burger King. And I've had Whoppers in the past since the mucositis has started, and it's been fine. And then I had this Big King with just the burger patty or whatever, and it was rough. Like, that was rough. And that kind of like cut me up a little bit. So then when I went to go drink my soda after that, I was like that, you know. Oh, my door is making noise again. Don't worry, I'll edit that out. I'm sorry. I started to talk to the digital assistant again. I do forget. I don't want to think like I'm being inconsiderate. It's so dumb to think this, but it's true. And I don't know whether or not you want to believe me. I don't care. I don't imagine that I'm coming to you on your TVs. Now, I have to, or through your devices or whatever, because I know that that's true, because people have shared with me, like, I'm watching it with my granddaughter, and I'm watching it, like, enjoying my coffee with you, and I love it so much. But I forget that you're in your house, and I'm not right here with me. It's, like, so stupid to say that, but I just talk to you like, you know, if I need my lights on, I'll tell her. If I need to add a note to the list, or if I need to ask her a question that pops in my head, I will. And it's sort of bizarre, and I'm sorry it's affected people negatively, but oh my gosh, to me, it's just like, because you're here. I don't think of you being at your house with your digital assistant backfiring. It's kind of really odd and funny at the same time, in my opinion. I think it's funny anyway, because the fact that I just totally didn't think about that at all. Yeah. We'll just chalk it up to another thing of like common sense that just went out the door. I would like to talk a little bit about the chemo cancer brain. People were like, how will you still have chemo brain when you've been off chemo for so long? Well, actually, some people have the chemotherapy, the poison effect, the chemotherapy can take 3 to 6 months to leave the body. Now, the Cabomedics that I was on, they say is through your system in like 48 hours, out of your system in 48 hours. However, it has effects, like the poison your effects. And obviously we know this because of some of the test results that we got back, how some of them have been improved. And I know we didn't talk about test results yet because I'm waiting to hear from my the bone scan tests, and I don't want to jinx it, but I don't want to go ahead and give you like if there's good news or bad news and then have bad news or good news follow and be like confusing. So I figured I'd have all the information. I'd share all the information with you. I thought I would have it today. I actually have the results today, but I have the report today, but the report was so confusing to me that I'm waiting. I need to talk to the doctor. Like, I need to talk to the doctor. And when I called and he said just like, nothing looks so bad that I can't wait till next week. And I was like, well, yeah, but I want to tell my vlogsters. That's what's bad, Doc. I'm impatient. I mean, I guess it's good that he said nothing looks so bad that I have to like we don't have to start treatment again right this second. But still, it's like, all right. Anyhow, sorry, that thing behind my mouth sometimes just gets me distracted. So I guess it's like that. It's like the fact that it takes 3 to 6 months for the actual like chemotherapy to leave your body. But some people have chemo brain, they have permanent damage. Like, not like as bad for this whole portion of their life, but you know, some people do have their brain cells affected by their chemotherapy poison. And I'm not saying people with brain cancer. I'm saying like, you know, some people can have this effect last a long time. Now, I was talking to the nurse came yesterday, and it was a different nurse just because they came and flushed my port yesterday, which was great. And she had a training nurse with her, which they were both lovely, lovely. We had a good time. And she changed my back and everything, so that was really good too. So I was talking to her about it, and I was like, yeah, cancer brain's one thing, chemo brain, add that, and then we have gabapentin brain, yeah, and then I'm blonde. I was like, and they were both blonde, and I was like, I know, I'm allowed to say that. We're all blonde. I'm allowed to say that. I said, to be honest with you, though, like, and I've told you guys this before, my brain was it, man. That was like my golden treasure. That was like, I was absorbed all the intelligence that I could get my hands on and just like was sharp as a tack sometimes. And now I feel like I can't lose that. I can't lose that, but it's all right. It is what it is. I'm grateful to be alive. If my smarts start to go, if my hands start to go, if my talent starts to go, my eyes start to go, like what be left me, yeah, I'll still be here to crack jokes. Let's see. Jim and I, what did we do? What was dinner? Oh, dinner was fend for yourself last night. We basically had leftovers, which was good because it's good to have leftovers because we clean the refrigerator out. But Jim is starting to realize because he has to heat my food for me, and sometimes he just has to microwave my food for me. He is starting to realize how like frustrating it is on fend for yourself night when you still have to cook for yourself. Now Not terribly, like, sometimes it was just I could heat my own leftovers or whatever. It wasn't, but sometimes it's like when you do fend for yourself and there's nothing for you to eat. The thing is, that's part of a big thing is before, I would not let my eyes be bigger than my stomach. And what that expression means is you don't order more than you can eat, because I didn't like to be wasteful. And I never was really wasteful because we would bring home leftovers. But to me, I just I would try to just order. Because in the past, I would say, if I spend $5 more, I can get 2 meals and I can have leftovers tomorrow. I got into the habit of I guess part of that keto journey was just eat what you can eat here. Part of that also when you eat keto is that there's not a side of potato that fills you up more than a side of broccoli, if that makes any sense, I miss sweet potatoes sometimes. I mean, I don't now, but I did for a long time. But anyhow, I'm doing it again, aren't I? I know. I'm sorry. But, so in the past, I wouldn't have leftovers like they would have leftovers. And, I'd still have to cook on Fend for Yourself Day, But then it got to the point when I was doing the keto meal prep, and that was different, because then I could, just pull something out of the freezer that I had prepped before. But remember, when I started keto, I was already apparently had cancer, and I'm not air quoting cancer, but I'm before I was diagnosed, I know that I feel in my heart of hearts that it's been growing since 2018, because that's when I started to not feel good. Technically since 2017, but that's another story altogether. Yeah. But since 2018 is when I really started to not feel good. It was progressively getting worse and worse, but that's when it really was boom. What the hell? What did I get hit with? So yeah. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Oh, so those times I was doing meal prep, that was also to help me. Making batch cooking was also to help me on days when I was too tired to do something. Even make myself breakfast, Then there's days where I felt like it was a fend for yourself night and I could cook myself breakfast and have leftovers at night, whatever it was. But Jimmy's starting to realize now that fend for yourself still means you gotta cook something for sometimes, But anyway, today was the International Kidney Association webinar this morning, and it started at 7 a.m. here, and it was a live stream webinar, and I dozed off from 7 to 7:17, and it was over. I mean, the whole thing wasn't over because then they went into the patient stories and questions, and people had presentations and stuff, but the actual webinar, now you guys know what live stream, you can always go back to the beginning and watch it. So I just had no idea it was so short. I thought it was going to be, I don't say they built it up to be this whole thing, but I really thought it was going to be this huge presentation, and I was oh, okay, it was 15 minutes long. Okay, good. And I say it was 15 minutes long because I got there at 17 after, and it was that first person that was talking was almost done talking. My watch is telling me get up and roll, but I'm talking to you guys. I'm not going to roll right now. Anyhow, physical therapist came yesterday also, not to digress. Oh, hang on a second, guys. That's the huzzy. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. What was I going to say? What was I talking about? The webinar, the big presentation. Talked about that. I started to talk about... physical therapist came yesterday and gave me a bunch of new exercises. Super excited about. I'm doing something called the bug swatter, which is kind of cool because it's opposite arm and leg up. So it's leg up, arm up, leg up, arm up. And it's funny because I actually told the physical therapist, not the PTA that comes. I actually told the PTA the physical therapist that Straight leg lifts from a bent leg is very easily doable, but straight leg lifts with both legs flat on the floor is really hard. But that's what I have to do now. So it's like this arm, this leg. Hold on, I wonder if I can get far enough away to actually see what I'm doing. I have like these like shorty shorts. Let me fix them. Okay. Let's see. So it's kind of like, I didn't really warm up, so I'm probably just gonna do my good leg. So it's like this arm. I don't know if you can see me now. It's like this arm and this leg, so they go straight up. So over my head, and then they go straight up, opposite, like this. And they actually are going straight up. You guys are just on an angle. So when I go to do my bad leg, whoop, I was like, she was like, do reps of 10. And I was like, my right arm and left leg were like 10. And my right leg and left arm were like 7. Because that's the boo-boo leg. That's the boo-boo leg. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're going to keep doing that. And she gave me exercises to use with the ball, like a beach ball or a... she actually left a balloon here, but she thinks she blew the balloon up too tight because I couldn't do some of the exercises because my legs, like, it's a different you're using a different set of muscles to keep my legs that far apart, I guess is what she means. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to my shower, which will be any minute now. I have another half an hour, 35 minutes, so. Yeah, I'm excited. And Jimmy is picking up the aid today because they're running to get some stuff that we need. And that's it. So I think that I will end this vlog here because it is kind of long, even though it's supposed to have been a short vlog. I hope you guys were able to enjoy your coffee with me. I hope the doctor can at least message me if you heard the concern on my voice. Maybe he at least message me about the results of the bone scan, you know, to decipher them into English, into layperson speak. But listen, I love you. Just remember, always remember that I love you. And if nobody's told you, say you're loved. Please come on by and hear how much I love you. And if you have friends and family that they don't have to subscribe or anything, they just want to hear that they're loved, they can come by and they can hear it as well, okay? Because I love them too. All right. As always, you guys take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, vlogsters. Meow.